That's not right. This one. Oh, I actually just plugged a 6S into my goggles. Whoops. G'day, you absolute legends. Stu from UAVfutures here, and today we are checking out these bad boys, the avatars from Walksnail, and I've got to say, I never thought there'd be a goggle out there that would come close to the image quality that we get when we're flying around with digital DJI, but these bad boys, they are definitely right up there with a great goggle. So if you're in the market for a new goggle, you're looking at an upgrade, this is what we're going to be looking at today. It's got plenty of features, it's got some great air units, we're going to be taking it for a spin, flying it around, talking about why it might be a great choice, some of the features, the pros, the cons, all that sort of stuff, and most importantly, how does it actually go in the field? This video is designed to give you the right information so you can make the right choice and decide, is this the right goggle for you? So that's what we're going to be looking at today. My phone's going off there, sorry about that. I'm also testing a new microphone, so that's why I'm double mic'd up today. So I'm trying to improve the quality of my videos, and thank you very much to the patrons out there who do support this channel and allow me to look at investing in things like this new mic. Anyway, let's do it straight off the bat. Some of the features and some things that we want to talk about. It's a digital goggle. So what does that mean? Well, it's very different to our old school analog goggles, and it is much more akin to something like what a lot of our pilots fly around now with the DJI FPV system. Now, a big feature of this one for me is look at the size difference. These old school DJIs for me, man, my phone is blowing up, super popular. These goggles right here are much more bulky than the Avatar Walksnails. I really like the form factor. They are a huge one. It's about $650, and that ain't no chump change. That's an awful lot of money, and I'm talking Freedom units, USD. That is probably close to $900 Aussie. Who knows what else? I'll put some other conversions on the screen, stuff like that. But let me know what it is in your local currency. But for me, that's a lot of money. So you want to make sure you get it right, which is exactly why you should be watching this video, and we can find out, would I recommend them? Who would I not suggest them for? Would I suggest them over analog? What price range? All that sort of stuff. So straight off the bat on the scales, they're coming in at about 340 grams, even though they say 300 grams on the website. But I've got the antennas and the straps and all that sort of stuff on, so I guess maybe that adds a little bit more. It does come with some pretty kick-ass antennas. So we've got 2 patches and 2 circular polarized antennas. These are left-hand polarized, which means you can't just switch them out. If you rip the antenna off one of your air units that this comes with, I don't know what you call air unit, pro unit, avatar units. I'll put the actual name on the screen anyway. Oh, here we go. I've got a box for one of them. Avatar HD Pro kits. You know, flying some of these around. Look at this. Hopefully this is in shot in the roof cam. It's a pretty small air unit that offers some really good quality video back, but look, I ripped the antenna off one of mine, so when you're going to replace it, make sure you've got a left-hand polarized one in there. That's just a little tip. Flipping open, let's talk about the optics. So it has a 1080p screen. It is 160 degrees, so it does feel like a very big immersive picture. And I've got to say, it is a gorgeous picture. It looks absolutely stunning flying around. I would say 95% as good as DJI. You could probably show most people, and if they didn't know the difference, if the goggles felt the same on your face, it would be very tricky to pick a difference. I love the little dulacky spinny dials, whatever you want to call it, the focus adjustments, so you can focus them in and out, as well as the interpupillary distance or the IPD adjustments as well. Very little light leakage. It's pretty comfy on your face as well. Of course, it records DVR. You can also record straight to the air units. I'm going to call them air units, but avatar units, whatever you want. Pro HD kits, whatever you want to call them, you can record straight to them. It's got HDMI as well. A nice power button, so we've got some very fancy tech there that took Fat Shark years and years to implement. I love this little anti-fog slider at the front. It works really well. DVR slot for your SD card is in the middle. You've got a little 5-way switch here, up, down, left, right, as well as you can click it in for your entering. It's a very intuitive goggle as well. The menu works really well. There's your DVR as well, and like a little, what does that one do again? I'd have to look that up. I'll see if I can flash a picture on the screen on what this little button does. Right, that might be your back button. Actually, that's what it is. And when it's on your face, I've got to say, it's pretty comfy. Now, it does take, and bear with me here because I'm running mine on a 4S. It says 7 to 21 volts on the back of that box over there. When I scanned the manual card, it said this page doesn't exist yet. But then when I Googled the Avatar Walksnail manual online and went to their website, it said 7, look, I've got my notes here, actually. It said 6 to 25.2 volts, and another one said 7 to 21 volts. So I don't want to risk it. I'm just going to be cruising mine around on a 4S pack. I do hope that these, I'll have to get some confirmation, would rock a 6S pack, because that way you can just choose any 6S like battery out of your drone box, power these up. They don't have any shorting protection though, so you can overvolt these, so you definitely don't want to plug them in with like a 7 volt. You'd get the magic smoke and they're never going to be good again. You do get some little extra face parts as well, so if you've got a really fat face like mine, or maybe you've got a much more narrow face, you can put these little adjustments in there. I do like that. I guess it's catering to multiple different people. It feels fantastic on the face. Nice big Velcro strap. It's not too heavy, actually. It fits very well on your face. You can change the latency. That it will actually give you a readout. I know we'll see if it comes up in the OSD when we're doing a bit of an overview when we're cruising around and talking about it as well. You can see exactly how much frame latency you can get from cruising around with these. They can fly up to 4 kilometers away, although I haven't tested that. I've only got 2 systems and I don't want to lose one of the cameras out there and lose one of my drones flying off into the distance. So we're just going to be cruising around my house at the moment. I will say, don't be an idiot like myself. And when I first got these, I thought, yeah, let's go for a spin. I built my drone up. I was so excited to go cruising, punched it, was doing some power loops, and I thought, this video is a bit iffy. And it was completely my fault, because the goggles by default, once they bind to their Avatar units, they will stay in standby mode unless you configure it so you can disarm it with the quad and all that sort of stuff, or you can just turn it off in the goggles. I do wish by default it came as not in standby mode, because that would just make it, that's going to save some drones in the future. So standby mode is cool, but if you're just like me and you're cruising around having some fun and you want to just get ripping straight out of the box, I would say I'll prefer the firmware to have it the other way, where it working out of the box and standby mode is an optional feature that then you can enable. Because I did smash my drone into the ground after a huge power loop that landed directly on some concrete or on some granite pavers out there in the driveway. That's where my antenna ripped off. Luckily, I had a spare. I was able to fix it up, get flying again. And there was no problems to my drone as well. I can't believe it. I thought, man, that's broken for sure. All I did was break an antenna and a battery strap. But look, that's it on the bench. I don't know if I said it's got a variable bit rate as well. There's a heap of features in the goggles. I'm going to put the full text and specs down below. Go check their manual out, or I'll put a picture on the screen as well. An awesome goggle, a big one, $650. Is that going to be worth it for you? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go for a little spin. And we'll cruise around out the front so I can talk about the goggles, what they're like on your face, and find out if they're going to be the right choice for you. So, because that's a big important part of it. You can talk about all the text and specs on the bench, but look, if it ain't working when you're flying, it ain't working at all. So let's do it, go for a cruise, and bring you guys along with me. Bear with me, got to go get my drone. I'm going to stop this recording, jump back to the editing, and we'll see you with a fly in 3, 2, 1. Boop. That's not right. This one. Oh, I actually just plugged a 6S into my goggles. Whoops. But that's not a fully charged one. That's one I've been using to solder. So look, it didn't explode then. There we go. I guess we tested that a little bit, but it could have also been a little bit flat. Let's, actually, I'll tell you exactly what that voltage was. $22 volts, exactly. So there we go. Didn't blow up on 22 volts, thank goodness. Imagine how embarrassing that'd be for a review. Okie dokie. Let's see. All right, we're in standby mode. I would like to turn that off, please. It does tell you, move this chair. It does tell you, skip if, oh no, standby mode's gone. That was just, must have been why the goggle was booting up. I had some options right there. All right, got my goggle. Let's go for a spin. I got to say, before I even start flying, it does feel very comfortable on the face. There is hardly any light leakage and it is focused up brilliantly. Now I can tell I've got a 30 millisecond delay from what the camera's seeing to what I'm seeing. I'm going to start my DVR. It feels very intuitive. It's recording on the unit itself as well as the goggles. The dog has just walked in front of me and I'm going to try and trick him because otherwise he's going to start chasing these things. On your bed, Charlie. On your bed. Sit. Stay. Good boy. So you can probably see him. He's down there. He's getting suspicious and we'll go for a buzz and see how we go. So stand back just a little. No, what's going on with these, with my radio? Stay. Stay. Why do I feel so nervous here? Woo, I've got to be here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this out. Rather than fly it out past the camera, give me 2 seconds. Now we're not going to have the spinning blades right next to my face. We're just going to be cruising around the front yard. I will show you some other footage as well when I was doing a little bit more, but I want to talk about what it's like when it's on your face. So, all right, we're out of here. Dog. I'll keep the dog down here. He's going to be barking at it, going for a little bit of a run. I feel like it's got warmer colors than the DJI. The DJI feels a lot more green and blue, whereas this is a lot more orange and red. I don't get any dropouts when I'm cruising around once I have it unlocked. It's got a variable power rate as well. I think it can go up to 1200 milliwatts if you wanted it to. And yeah, it gives you a goggle readout as well, so it tells you, your voltage, which is all pretty standard stuff, but it feels good. I could be rating this all the time. I would have no qualms. If this was the only goggle you said that I'm going to cruise around in, it's fantastic. I wonder if we'll get any breakup out here because we're going behind through the house, which is behind me, and absolutely no dropout, no breakage or anything like that. So maybe we can cruise out over Uncle Ted's farm. Let's see, hopefully we don't have a flat battery in here or anything, although we shouldn't. Yeah, cruising around here. It looks good. I don't know what else I can say. Is it worth the money? I would say yeah, if you are going to buy one good pair of goggles and it's going to be digital, and I haven't tried HD0, I got to say, this or DJI, I don't think, man, I don't know what I'd choose. I don't think I'd be upset with either of these. I do prefer this goggle style. I think it's much more easy to transport around. It feels more comfortable on your face than one of those other DJI ones. We've got a great big screen right here. The picture looks good. Is it as clear as DJI? I would say it's much for muchness. Let's see if we can get some details. Maybe the trampoline netting or something like that. The kids have put a hole in it. Fantastic. Oh man, I forgot that sprinkler was on. Whoops. I'm watering some veggies right there. We don't want to be flying the drone through the water. But look, overall, let's punch this a little bit more. A very, very fun pair of goggles. If you've got the cash, definitely check these out. I'm going to bring it in for a little landing. I'll put some other pictures on the screen. Maybe at the end of this, I'll put some other flights rather than... I was trying to take it easy so I could concentrate on talking. Look out, Charlie. Do a little bit of a landing. Let's see. Is he going to get in front of it? Where's the dog? Oh, he's right there. He loves it. All right, bear with me. I'm going to stop this recording. Very intuitive and a cool pair of goggles. Let me go stop that dog barking and we'll get back with the review. Alrighty, so there it is. There's my review of the Avatar Walksnail goggles. I'm going to link them down below, about $650 and overall, yeah, they're a top goggle. Do I recommend them? Yeah, they perform really well. I like the picture clarity that they give you. I like the form factor, fantastic focal adjustments. So they're probably the least amount of blur that I've seen on any goggles. So are very different to say these DJI ones right here, which look, I still get a great picture, but the focus I can get from these is right up there. So if you wear glasses or something, you obviously can't wear glasses with these, but maybe you can adjust the lenses in and out. Let me know if you do have any experience with that. Overall, I've got to say, 2 thumbs up. I really like them. Hope you enjoyed that video. Definitely subscribe for more FPV related and dog drone chasing content. Be kind to each other and most importantly, be kind to yourself because you are an absolute legend. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know how this mic went. I'll see if I can put different parts of audio through here to find out which mic actually works better. And as always, happy flying.